Dr. Kidwa, do you still believe that a two-state solution is an option? Isn't the Arab Peace Initiative as well dead and buried? We saw how several countries have normalized relations with the Israeli government, despite the ongoing occupation. Wasn't the two-state solution a red herring, a mirage in many respects that simply distracted from the ongoing settlements and the occupation?
Again, it depends what you mean by two-state solution. If you mean the so-called peace process and the endless negotiations, yes, it was red herring. But if you mean the national entity, the Palestinian national entity, national identity, national state, the existence of the state of Palestine, again, albeit under occupation and subject to colonialism, that's a different matter, because the Palestinian people is not about to give up on this fact. And by the way, that includes also the young generation, because when the young generation asks, what do you think of the peace process? What do you think of the two-state solution? They would tell you no, because he hated the so-called peace process. But if you ask him straightforward, what do you think about your national identity? Do you want to have independence in your state of Palestine? Of course, you would get yes, and big yes. So I am talking about this. I'm talking about my national identity, my national belonging, my national state that needs to be liberated, and we have to achieve national independence.
But realistically speaking, though,
not going to change.
Realistically,
Yes,
should you strive towards a one-state solution, something that Edward Said long advocated for? Israelis and Palestinians living under one roof with equal rights for all?
There is nothing like that. That's exactly the hoax. That's exactly the hoax. There is nothing like that. What that means in reality is erasing 1967 line, ending the applicability of the Fourth Geneva Convention on the occupied Palestinian territory, making settlements legal. And this is exactly the main goal of the Zionist movement and some liberal Jews, liberal Israelis that advocating that kind of solution. They are asking me to give up on my identity, on my national rights, in return for a promise, very vague promise, for some kind of rights in the future that they will never materialize.